We keep things rolling here on the Sports Cubicle and Sports from the Couch. I'm your host, Mike Mercado. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day here on WCPT 820 AM, HeartlandSignal.com, WSBC 1240 AM, Chicago, and of course on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube at the Sports Cubicle. So the stories just keep coming on how the sports media landscape has completely changed. How all of it, the way you consume it, the way it's distributed to you has completely changed. And over the last few weeks, we've seen multiple deals get signed. We've seen big time entities find new homes, find new ownership. And now we are seeing a big time tag team happening between ESPN and Fox. This comes to us from CNBC. ESPN, Fox, to bundle upcoming streaming services for $39.99 a month. This is CNBC's Lillian Rizzo reporting Disney's ESPN and Fox Corp are teaming up to offer their upcoming direct-to-consumer streaming services as a bundle, the company said Monday. The move comes as media companies look to nab more consumers for their streaming alternatives and draw them in with sports in particular. Last week, both companies announced additional details about the new streaming options. ESPN streaming service, which has the same name as the TV network, and Fox's Fox One will each launch on August 21st ahead of the college football and NFL seasons. The bundle apps, however, will be available beginning October 2nd for $39.99 per month. Separately, ESPN and Fox will cost $29.99 and $19.99 a month, respectively. While the bundle will offer sports fans a bigger offering at a discounted rate, the streaming services are not exactly the same. ESPN's flagship service will be an all-in-one app that includes all of its live sports and programming from its TV networks, including ESPN2 and the SEC network, as well as ESPN on Disney-owned ABC. The app will have fantasy products, new betting tie-ins, studio programming, and documentaries. ESPN will also offer its app as a bundle with Disney's other streaming services, Disney Plus and Hulu for $35.99 a month. That Disney bundle will cost a discounted $29.99 a month for the first 12 months, the same price as the standalone app. And the article continues on the deal we talked about last week when it came to ESPN and WWE signing a huge PLE pay-per-view deal. And you can check out that entire article over at CNBC's ESPN Fox to bundle upcoming streaming services for $39.99 a month. And you know, I made this joke on social media. You've probably seen it a bunch of times. It's old dad talk, old uncle talk, old man talk, that this is just cable. This is what we grew up on. Whether it was the Xfinity DirecTV dish that everybody knows, or if it was the little black box that we all had in the 90s. What's happening now is every one of these major companies is trying to get every little bit of that water, that blood that they're squeezing from that stone. They are trying to get as much entity, as much IP as they can to make it so that their services are the ones that you need to have on your phone, on your PlayStation, on your Fire Stick, on your smart TV. This makes a lot of sense, ESPN and Fox, because when you think about the number one sport in the United States, the National Football League, the two networks you really think of are ESPN and Fox. And you might even throw CBS in there, which we'll talk about CBS and a major deal they made over the last few days in just a little bit. But that is who is synonymous with the National Football League. So for them to come together to bring a product to direct to consumers is a smart ploy. This is something they've been trying to do for years already at this point. It's been blocked before. Price points. The $39.99 for both Fox One and Disney and Hulu and all that. Look it. In my opinion, it is worth it only if you get more than just the surface level what they're trying to sell you on. For example, if you're a family that loves Disney Plus, that watches a ton of cartoons or old Disney Vault movies or the Marvel Universe, Star Wars, it might be worth it to you to buy this if you watch the occasional football game or you're just a very casual sports fan in general. It makes sense. But I could see a lot of people, especially as this generation of cable cutters starts to see the prices add up of all the different apps, all the different services that you need. This one in itself might be the either straw that breaks the camel's back, where it's $40 for ESPN and Fox, or it might just become the bare standard of what we are getting in these new services. But it's two major entities now that have some of the biggest programming in all of sports and entertainment. You're talking about a platform, a direct-to-consumer app, a service that has ESPN, that has the NFL, the NBA, WNBA, WWE. Fox has NASCAR, has baseball, has football, has college football. Same thing with ESPN. This has become a hub for sports fans that they're going to need to get. And this is just a starting price. This is the beginning of it all. We've now learned, at least we should have known, we should not be naive, that whatever the 12-month grace period that they're giving you for that bundled price, or what the starting price is for the bundle itself, is just the beginning. Look at every one of your subscriptions. How much have they gone up over the years? Do you still feel you get the same value from them? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself as a consumer, not just as a sports fan, not just as a consumer of any type of entertainment that you might get from these apps themselves, but in general, the way of the future, the way everything is being thrown to you. If you're a fan of Hulu, it's going away. It's going right to Disney Plus. So you can't separate anything anymore. There is only 3-4 people in play now. Is that good for us moving forward? I don't know. But I did think as these weeks have gone on, this is a huge story in the sports media world. That Fox and ESPN are not only working together, they are two of the central hubs of the most popular sports in the United States. So ESPN and Fox to bundle their upcoming streaming services for $39.99 a month. What do you think about that? Are you excited about it? Is it just more stuff you need to subscribe to? Are you worried things are getting out of control? Leave a comment down below if you're watching us on YouTube. But I think it's just going to be one of those things where we are becoming numb to it. And how many apps and different services do you still get charged for that you don't even use? That's what they're hoping for.